the trip fully paid for. But if you're hitting Success Club 10 every month, you're earning the trip fully paid for. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, drop questions and I'd be happy to try to answer them. / I know Amber could probably also help me with that. But I hope that made sense. But it was freaking amazing. So I earned the 2018 trip, but it was like, I was really just starting and I was only going to earn like $100 off the trip. So it really wasn't going to be like an earned trip for me. So I decided not to go just because it didn't really make sense for me where I was at my business. But for 2018, I was like, no, this is a goal. This is on my dream board. If you don't have a dream board, mine is hanging up there on my wall. I look at it every day when I'm sitting at my desk. So you need to make a dream board and put that stuff on there. So I said, no, I want to earn the trip in full. So I made the decision and I went all in and I was like, I don't care how I have to do it, but I'm going to do it. And it was the best decision I've ever made. So we talk to other coaches all the time over social media and through these Zoom calls, and we see our faces and hear each other talk, but it's like a whole nother thing to like run up to Amber on a cruise ship and hug her. Like that's a whole nother thing. And it's just really cool to get to build those relationships and see these people that you work with every single day, like on a trip like that, fully funded, working out on a cruise ship deck. Like it just doesn't get better than that. Okay. It really doesn't. And I thought it was so far off for me. So I'm just going to tell you like a little bit of my story and how I got here. I'm going to like really just smush it down. So I've been a coach for 2.5 years, but for the first 2 years of coaching, I really just like effed around. Like I didn't do it, like I did it. I hit Success Club here and there, but like I was in college. I don't know. I was like, oh, this is hard. Like you have to be a special type of person to do this. And then I graduated college, got a full-time job, thought I was like rocking and rolling. And it was the worst experience I've ever had in my life. I had the job for 2 months, quit, and looked at my husband and said, what now? What do I do? And it was then that I decided to go all in with my business. So that was November, right before my wedding. My last day was 3 days before my wedding. So I quit my job right before we got married. You can imagine how happy my husband was with that. No, actually, he was like super supportive. But it was scary because I was making like no money. I'm here to tell you, I'm not afraid to say I was getting $0 paychecks. Every other week for me was a $0 paycheck. I wasn't getting team bonuses. I wasn't hitting Success Club. And I decided to go all in and make that my full-time job. Call me crazy because it was a little crazy. But I made a decision. That's when my success partner, Stephanie, and I really went in. That's Stephanie right there. Really went in and we've been working together, but both of us kind of said, no, like, this is it. Like it's all or nothing. Like I'm either going to do this or I'm not going to do this. And that's not how everybody looks at it. You don't have to be like that, but that's just how we decided to be. And I have a few tips for Success Club for me that work. My first thing is stop comparing yourself to the 11 other people on this call, because how you're going to hit Success Club is completely different how I'm going to hit Success Club. Your warm market, your cold market is completely different than my warm market and my cold market. So whether that's your upline coach, your success partner, the people you're running a challenge group with, like stop, because like that was the biggest thing for me, because I was totally in my head and I wasn't hitting Success Club. $0 paychecks, people, 0. And when I started, it took me like 3 months to go Emerald because I didn't understand what it meant, didn't understand team volume bonuses. So just like get out of that like headspace of like, well, what's Amber doing? What's Haley doing? Like, don't do that, because like their markets are so different than yours. You know what I mean? And that was a huge thing for me. I made my word of 2019. I don't know if you saw it when I showed you my board, but it's like huge on the bottom. It's independent, not because obviously we're a team. We work together all the time, but because I had to get out of my own head. I had to stop thinking like, well, this is what XYZ is doing. So that's my first big tip, because Success Club looks different for everyone. My second big tip is don't be afraid to sell the products that don't get you Success Club points, because those turn into Success Club points. Okay. So a $99 Beachbody on demand, you're going to put that person in your challenge group and they're going to want Shakeology eventually. They're going to want performance eventually. So just because someone says no to a challenge pack doesn't mean no. Like find the solution for them. I mean, I have seen my team volume bonuses skyrocket since talking to my coaches about this. So yes, you're building for rank. Yes, you're building for Success Club points, but know that those Success Club points might come from someone who's already in your group that you just haven't gotten them points from yet. I put anybody who does a 14-day free trial in my group. Because yeah, it's free, but they're in your back office. If they go in and order anything, that's commission. That's Success Club points. Yeah, so that was big. I mean, building for volume as well as building for rank has been a big thing that Steph and I are working on, and it's been really helpful, and it's been really helpful in those Success Club points. I mean, just last month, Steph and I both hit 10 by people in our group who we got points from. Yeah? So what else? Oh, one thing that really helped my mindset was thinking, like, stop putting pressure on yourself to hit Success Club. Yes, it's huge. Yeah, like Haley just like totally wrapped up exactly why Success Club is so big. But stop putting the pressure on the number and start just talking about helping people. I can guarantee you when you put in your mind, all right, I want to help 3 people this month rather than I want to hit SC6, that will help. I'm trying to read, sorry. No, if they are in my back office, like at all, as a customer, they're in the group. Unless it was like a 14-day free trial and then they like didn't buy anything. You know what I mean? Like, but if they're in my back office at all, I put them in the group. But yeah, if you start thinking like, I want to help 3 people, I want to help 5 people versus I want to hit SC5, I want to hit SC10. Like for me, that was huge because I was much more likely to have a genuine conversation with someone rather than a business conversation with someone. I mean, people can tell, they see right through that. I mean, think about all these people that get MLM messages all the time, whether it's the hair, the skincare, the racks, the leggings, like they get that stuff all the time. And you like, that's one thing that we do that's so different than everybody else. We're literally changing lives. So if you think about it in the amount of people that you're helping rather than points, for me, that just helped and it took the pressure off completely. And it just happens. If you're doing the things, this is my tracker binder. And if you guys were on the call that I talked on with Lori, you saw me talk about this like extensively. These trackers, if you're doing this, if you're doing the do, it will happen, okay? Like if you are sending the invites and making the connections and working out and drinking Shakeology and doing a social media post and posting your daily, like if you're doing the things, it will happen. This is an hour, what is it? Like an hour, maybe an hour and a half of work a day. Like if you're serious about the business and you want Success Club trips and you want to earn that trip or earn that summit ticket or earn New Leader Conference or earn the Diamond Retreat or whatever, print out that tracker. Sorry, I'm dying. Print out the tracker because it has changed my business like so much and has taken the pressure off. It just it breaks it down by time. It's so nice. Okay, I think that's everything. I'm sorry if I'm like rambling. Hope that was like helpful in some sort of way.
You weren't rambling at all. It's so helpful. And you're so right when you say that, like, if you fixate on the number and saying, well, I want to hit SC5 or I want to hit SC10, like that's what it's called, yes. But at the end of the day, your job is to help people and your job is to change lives. And so when you flip that mindset and you're like, I want to help those people, and you're doing the things that you need to be doing, it's going to happen, you know. And like I said, some months are going to be harder than others, but you know that every single day you're showing up and every single day you're being consistent and that you're doing the right things, it's going to fall in line. Maybe that person you reached out to last month is going to be ready next month. You know, it has to be the right time for them, even though you want it to be the right time for you right now for them to join. It has to be the right time for them. Like, think about when you joined, you know, did you get a message from somebody and automatically sign up? Or did that person reach out to you and follow up with you a couple of times, you know, because they wanted to build that connection. They wanted to build that relationship and they wanted to really, truly help you reach the goals that you had set for yourself when it comes to your health and fitness. And that may have been, you know, that bridge, you know, it bridged the gap for you to join and to commit and to say, I'm ready to do this. and put yourself in that person's shoes that you're talking to. You know, like Jennifer said, they're going to see right through you. If you're just coming to them and you're like, hey, I need you to fill a spot in my group. Come join me, you know. But when you take time, like you're following on the tracker, what is 20 minutes a day or something, connecting with people, going to people who like your pictures, comment on your stuff, and just thanking them. You know, maybe you posted a poll on your story and you were like, you know, do you like chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream or whatever? Or you're in a dress and you're like, should I wear a red dress or a black dress to my event this weekend? Reach out to those people and just say, hey, thanks for taking the time to answer my poll. Like, I went with the red one. You know, do you have any crazy plans this weekend? Like, you're having a genuine connection as long as you're doing it genuinely. You're not just trying to get them to buy something. But that's how friendships are formed. That's how relationships are built. And that's how, you know, you should want to run your business. You know, we don't want to be those people that are like, hey, buy my product, here it is, join us. You know, I mean, that's not what we're about, you know. So
yeah. I mean, but don't get me wrong, like, you need to be inviting. So, like, there's a difference between, like, building those connections and doing, like, a genuine invite. So, like, okay, I got home at 8:15. The call was at 8:30. This is how I keep track of my invites, like, in a notebook. I sent 13 invites to people who liked my post yesterday. Yep. The same invite, or literally the same thing, and then I personalized it to their page, their name, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just going to these are people that have already, like, there's something we have in common. There's something to talk about. I posted a transformation. So obviously they saw my transformation. My invite just says, hey, Hannah, thank you so much for liking my picture yesterday. These things are really hard for me to put out there, especially because I want people to know that it's not just about the physical transformation, whatever you want to say about your post. I really appreciate the support. Here's what I do. I think you would like it. Are you interested? Always end with a question, like, give them something to answer you with, even if that answer is no. But don't be afraid to invite those people. Yes, you need to build the connections with them, but by liking each other's pictures and commenting, that also counts as a connection. And don't just send a message that's like, hey, thanks for the like, join my group. It's like, hey, thanks for the like. This means so much to me because this is what my group is. I really think you would like it because you do this. Like, make it, well, yes, it's copy and pasted. You should have a few things that you go in and, like, that's how I do it. Again, don't compare yourself. You could do it totally different and something could work better for you. But that's what I do. And
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. And I think too, like, that was always something that I wasn't consistent with and I didn't realize the benefit of it. But once I started doing it, I started realizing that people are 9 times out of 10 more scared to reach out to you than you are scared to reach out to them. And if you're sitting here thinking, okay, great, what type of invite do I send? What the heck do I say? I have been doing this for almost 3 years now. I literally was on YouTube watching inviting scripts, or like just how I can better my invites, you know, because I was sitting there thinking, like, you know, I realized, like, the past couple of weeks this probably hasn't been working the most beneficial way that it should have been. How can I better what I'm already doing? You know, you have to put in the work. It was like a 6-minute video. Like, I just listened to it in the background and I was like, okay, like, this is making sense. Like, and it really helped me see what I can improve on with my inviting, you know, how I can be better about building those connections, how I can do little things just to change the script of the people I'm inviting to, and it's making a difference. You know, I'm having more conversations than I was a couple weeks ago, and it's just little things that you can tweak here and there that you just have to put in the work, and it's all part of that tracker too. I mean, it's just laid out right there for you, and that's in the Coach Online office. It's in the training tab.
Yeah, and like Haley said, some months are going to be easier than others. I mean, January I hit SC18, February I hit SC16. I literally hit SC10 on March 31st. 10 on March 31st, and I was at 6. I was at 6 that morning, and I hit 10 that night. Okay, so, like, and I was doing the things. Granted, yes, I was on vacation for a week, and I didn't work while I was on vacation. I granted myself a little bit of grace, but, like, there are just months that it's not going to happen like you want it to happen, and that's where I'm saying, like, yes, it's important to hit Success Club, but you also just need to take that pressure off. I wanted to hit Success Club 10. Yes, that was really important to me, but also I was like, all right, Jennifer, like, you have 3 days to help 2 people. You have 3 days to help 2 people. 2 people. And you know what? If that ended in a $99 all access pass, it ended in a $99 all access pass, but I helped that person, and maybe that person is going to be. So yes, Success Club is so important, but I just want you guys to just keep it in the back of your mind that, like, in the end, if your market, I know a lot of us, we have different markets, but for me, a lot of my market is these people who are still in college or early graduates from college. You're going to get the excuse, or in grad school, people don't have money. That's not, okay, I get that. They just don't have money. So find something for them. There is something for them. You just have to figure out what it is. And if it's not a challenge pack off the bat, it's not a challenge pack off the bat. But the commission and the volume is going to be so much higher. And I know the whole point of this is Success Club, but I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind, because it turns into it.
No, it's so true. And that's something that, like, a lot of times we don't even think about, because we're like, all right, challenge pack. But even if, like you said, they're signing up just for the year, you're already helping them by getting them started in the right direction. And maybe then the next 30 days, they're saving up to get Performance Line. They're saving up to get Shakeology, because they're going to come back to you and be like, hey, listen, I see everyone drinking this every single day. I see people having beach bars, Energize. I want that. I saved up my money. Send me the dang link. Like, I'm ready now, So just something to think about. But, it's another thing too, like, Success Club can come in other forms than just challenge packs. You can get Success Club from beach bars, Performance Line, Shakeology, like, all these different things. There's so many different options, and just something to think about too. We have like 8 minutes left, so I want to open up the floor for any questions. If you want to hear more about Jennifer's trip, Success Club, things that we do, anything.
I hope to see all of you at Summit. If you're don't have your ticket, you should buy your ticket. It's going to be super fun. Mm-hmm. Also, Super Weekend, if you're not going to that, or if you don't have your ticket for that. Live events, like, if you have not been to a live event, I didn't believe it, y'all. I didn't go to my first, like, 6 Super Saturdays, because I was like, oh yeah, they're pulling my leg. It's not that cool. It's amazing. There's one in Charlotte. I bought my ticket today. If you're local to Charlotte.
It really is. And the National Wake Up Call, I think it was last Monday, was just about how you can use these events to just kind of give yourself more credibility and to show people, like, yes, there's community within our groups, and yes, there's community in our teams, but it's so much bigger than just what you're seeing on the virtual Zoom gym room or whatever, like, it goes so much further than that. And sometimes there's special trainers, or there's somebody from corporate that comes and talks, or you just get to be around people that do what you do and that understand what you do and that just get it. And it changes the game. It's really an amazing experience, and definitely something that you guys should all be looking into for sure.
Can I just add something about Success Partners? Okay, so Jen and I mean, we come from 2 totally different walks of life. I'm a mom of 2. I'm 35 years old. Jen's going to be 23 years old. She's a dog mom, like, completely different lives. But together we work so well, and it is so important that you get a success partner who has the same goals as you. Even if you guys aren't alike, you'll hear from people that, oh, you guys should kind of live the same type of life. But for Jen and I, that's not true. So we're proof that it does work. But having a success partner, oh my God, has made all the difference. Not only do we work together really well, but it cuts down on our work. Jen will do something and I'll do something else. So we're not only, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. Sorry, it said my internet connection's being weird. So we're not only saving time, but we're being more productive together, which is the key to being able to be successful. And we tell our challengers, like, hey, we work together. So if Jen's not available, I'm available. If I'm not available, Jen is available. So it's almost being able to do twice the work with your challengers and your challenge group as well. So if you guys don't have a success partner, I would highly, highly suggest trying to find one.
Yeah, totally agree with that. It's such a game changer, because you just have somebody that you can talk to constantly, that you can brainstorm and mastermind with and do power hours with, like all these different things. And it really is, it's beneficial on so many different levels. Like, and I think too, it's just important to, like, you can set a goal for yourself to hit whatever, you know, milestone that you want in your business, some sort of SC number that you want to hit, or some sort of rank advancement or leadership ladder ring, like whatever it is. But when you have somebody else that wants you to hit that goal too, and is going to be there supporting you and pushing you in the healthiest way possible, like, why would you not want that? So if you don't have a success partner and you're on this call right now, or you're listening to the recording, message your coach. Like, we'll hook you up with somebody, because that's how important it is. And you can chat with that person and just kind of get to know them, see if it'll work, if you guys vibe with each other. And it's really, it's vital.
Just to answer your question, I think Lori does posts sometimes in the Flawless Empire page. And that's how Steph and I found each other. Well, also Amber and Haley worked together. So there was like a mishmash of ways that we got together. But she does post sometimes. I also, if you're in the Dynasty page, they do post sometimes. So like, it doesn't, while Steph and I were just talking about this, like hooking our coaches up and like getting them to be success partners, but sometimes there's just not the right person for you at that moment. So I think that in the Dynasty page would be a great place, because, you know, the people who are in there are actively trying to like better their business. And there's a lot of different types of people. Like Steph said, we both had success partners previously who were like a lot more like us, and it was bad for both of us. So I think Steph has definitely helped me grow a lot. I've always like talked to people, but I was never so outward with like indirect with my feelings. And Steph was like, yeah, you got to get over that. So like, we help each other in more ways than just in business. So I'm an advocate for like going out and like trying to find somebody who you think you vibe with. And I think the Dynasty page is a good place. I don't know if everyone else agrees with that, but I like it. So.
Well, good deal. Does anybody else have any other questions before we head out? All right. Well, if you want to take a picture, let's take a picture. I'm going to stop recording this.